Today in this lecture we are going to study about menstrual cycle, which is also called as female reproductive cycle. This menstrual cycle or female reproductive cycle, it is a characteristic feature of primates including human beings. What do you mean by primates? This primate is an order which come under class Mammalia. This order primates includes apes, man and monkey. So in case of primates, female shows menstrual cycle, which is also called as female reproductive cycle. Second characteristic feature, it is a cycle of 28 days. That is, after every 28 days, this cycle will repeat. This cycle involves cyclical changes in the ovary, secondly in uterine endometrium, and thirdly it is under the control of hormones which are secreted by ovary and anterior pituitary. Now, these organs, ovary, uterine endometrium, all this we have seen in the diagram. Once again, we are going to repeat this diagram of female reproductive system. Here, this diagram of female reproductive system is here in front of you. The system consists of here this ovaries. These two are the ovaries, one on either side of this uterus. We can say situated below the fallopian tubes also. So a pair of ovary. These two are the fallopian tubes, also called as oviduct, and this median organ is called as uterus, and this one is the vagina. So changes are seen in these ovaries and changes are seen in this innermost layer of the uterus, which is called as endometrium. Okay, so this is for the organs where the changes are seen during menstrual cycle. Now once again, this menstrual cycle, characteristic feature of primates. Secondly, cycle of 28 days. Thirdly, cyclical changes are seen in ovary, in uterine endometrium, and these changes are under the control of hormones secreted by ovary and anterior pituitary. Now we are going to see this menstrual cycle or female reproductive cycle. It is divided into 4 phases. Which are these 4 phases? First one is called as menstrual phase, which lasts for near about 5 days. So 1 to 5 days is for the menstrual phase. Secondly, proliferative phase, also called as follicular phase, also called as post-menstrual phase. As it takes place after the menstrual phase, it becomes post-menstrual phase. Involve development of follicular cells, hence follicular phase. Proliferation of the cells of endometrium starts, and hence proliferative phase. Third phase is called as ovulatory phase, where the ovulation takes place. Ovulation takes place on 14th day of the cycle, and hence we can say that from day 6 to 13 is for the proliferative or follicular phase. Last phase is secretory phase, also called as luteal phase, and this phase, it starts on 15th day of the cycle and will end on the 28th day of the cycle. Okay, so this is for the menstrual cycle. It's 4 phases. Now we are going to study in detail diagrammatically about this female reproductive cycle or menstrual cycle. Now see this cycle, this diagram, it shows that changes taking place in the uterine endometrium. So this layer is for the uterine endometrium. Secondly, it shows changes in the ovaries, which is written as ovarian cycle. So these are the changes which are seen inside the ovary. At the same time, hormonal changes inside the ovary takes place, and the hormonal changes from the anterior pituitary are also seen. So which are the ovarian hormones? It is estrogen, progesterone and inhibin. And which are the hormones secreted by anterior pituitary? These are FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, and LH, that is luteinizing hormone. We already have studied this FSH and LH in the previous lectures. Now, this cycle, as we have seen, that is divided into 4 phases. Which are these 4 phases? This first phase, this one, from day 1 to day 5, actually it is, may variations can be seen here. In some of the females, in some of the individuals, it may last for 5 days, for 6 days, or in some cases it may last for 7 days. So, according to book, it is from 1 to 5th day. This is called as menstrual phase. From day 6 to 13th day, it is for second one, that is proliferative phase. On the 14th day, there will be ovulation takes place, and that's why it is ovulatory phase. And from day 16 to 28th, it is for secretory phase. So this cycle is divided into 4 phases: menstrual, proliferative, ovulatory, and secretory phase. We have to see changes in uterine endometrium, changes inside the ovary, as well as the hormonal changes from ovary and gonadotropins, we can say gonadotropic hormones like FSH and LH. We are going to see the first phase, which is called as menstrual phase. So this is menstrual phase. This menstrual phase, it lasts for day 1 to day 5, and where the changes are seen, as I said, we have to see changes in the ovary, changes in uterine endometrium, and hormonal changes. We are going to see first changes in ovary. What happens? Primordial follicles develop into primary follicles, and few of them into secondary follicle under the effect of follicle stimulating hormone. What are the changes in uterine endometrium? Remember that breaking of uterine endometrium takes place. And as there is a breaking of uterine endometrium is there, the blood, tissue fluid, mucus and endometrium lining, along with what? Along with unfertilized ovum is discharged through vagina. As this ovum is discharged, which is unfertilized one, as it is given out, comes out through vagina, it is also called as funeral of the unfertilized egg, also called as weeping of uterus for the unfertilized egg. So, in this uterine endometrium, breaking of uterine endometrium takes place, and that's why bleeding takes place. What that bleeding involve? Presence of blood, tissue fluid, mucus, endometrial lining and unfertilized ovum. As I said, unfertilized ovum is discharged through the vagina. It is also called as funeral of the unfertilized egg. Remember that the blood or the fluid which is discharged out, this blood does not clot. Why? Because of presence of this fibrinolysin. And what is the period of this menstrual cycle? It lasts for about 5 days. Now we'll see about the hormonal changes, why breaking of endometrium takes place. This breaking of endometrium, it is due to effect of prostaglandins released. This prostaglandin is released by the cells, and because of that, this breaking of endometrium takes place. And these prostaglandins are released due to decrease in level of progesterone and estrogen. I think you remember that this progesterone is secreted by corpus luteum, and when ovum is not fertilized, corpus luteum get degenerate to form corpus albicans, and once the corpus albicans is get formed, this progesterone level falls down, and if the level of progesterone falls down, this endometrium cannot maintain itself and it will break. We will see this diagrammatically. Now see in the diagram, so this is the diagram for menstrual cycle. What we have studied theoretically about this menstrual phase. What are the changes taking place in the uterine endometrium? It is declining. What it shows? It shows breaking of endometrium. Because of breaking of endometrium here, the glands and the blood vessels which are present here, they also breaks. And because of breaking of endometrium, this tissue fluid, blood, we can say the broken part of this blood vessels and glands, everything comes out through the vagina. So this declining surface of endometrium, it shows its breaking. Secondly, what happens inside the ovary? You can see here this primary follicles are present. Many of the primary follicles are there, and few of them, they start developing into this secondary follicle. This secondary follicle are seen in this menstrual phase. And why this breaking of endometrium takes place? It is because of low level of progesterone. See this purple colored line, it shows very low level of progesterone. Why the level of progesterone is low here? Because of formation of this corpus albicans. So corpus albicans is get formed. Why it is formed? Because this discharge ovum is not fertilized. And so corpus albicans is formed, and if corpus albicans is get formed, level of progesterone will falls down and this endometrium cannot maintain itself. So remember, because of low level of progesterone, prostaglandins are secreted, and because of that only endometrium cannot maintain itself and the breaking of endometrium takes place. You can see here the hormonal changes inside the ovary also. Level of estrogen is also low here, and because of low estrogen and low progesterone, breaking of endometrium takes place, and this development of follicles, it is under the control of this FSH. It is somewhat high as compared to LH, and so under the influence of FSH, these primary follicles start developing and develop into the secondary follicle. Now we are going to see the next cycle, that is the next phase, and this next phase is the proliferative phase. What is this proliferative phase? See, this is a period between menstrual phase and ovulatory phase, which extend from 5th to 13th day of the cycle. We'll see the details, that is changes inside the ovary, changes in uterine endometrium, and hormonal changes. So we'll see changes in ovary. What are the changes seen? See here, 6 to 12 secondary follicles proceed to develop, but usually only one develops into Graafian follicle and remainings degenerate. This process of degeneration, as already we have studied, is called as atresia. Okay, so what is there? 6 to 12 secondary follicles start to develop. They proceed to develop, but only one develop into the matured follicle or into the Graafian follicle. So these changes are seen in the ovary. What changes are seen in uterine endometrium? It begins to regenerate. See, we have seen in the previous phase, that is in menstrual phase, where the endometrium breaks. So this uterine endometrium begins to regenerate. Why? Because of increase in level of estrogen. So during regeneration, it involves formation of endothelial cells, uterine glands, and network of blood vessels. So your thickness of endometrium reaches up to 3 to 5 millimeter in thickness. So there is a repairing of endometrium and increase in thickness of endometrium takes place. What are the hormonal changes? See, this estrogen is secreted by secondary follicles, and proliferation of new follicle is influenced by GnRH, that is gonadotropin releasing hormone, which stimulate release of FSH. So this, remember that GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, it is secreted by hypothalamus. It acts on pituitary to secrete this FSH. So under the influence of FSH, this secondary follicles develops into Graafian follicle. As well as estrogen is also secreted by ovary, which bring about development of secondary follicle. We'll see this in the diagram of menstrual cycle. See, we are going to see second step, that is proliferative phase. What it shows? in endometrium, it shows repairing of endometrium here. So the thickness goes on increasing with regeneration of this network of blood capillaries and these endometrial glands. This is inside the uterus. What happens inside the ovary? See here, secondary follicle was developed and the secondary follicle becomes Graafian follicle, matured follicle under the control of hormone FSH and the estrogen. So these are the changes in the second phase into the proliferative phase. What is the condition in case of pituitary hormone? Level of FSH is somewhat high, which goes on decreasing and again will increase in ovulatory phase. Here this level of estrogen is high in the proliferative phase. Okay, so we have seen changes in endometrium, changes inside the ovary, changes of this ovarian hormone and the hormones of pituitary gland. We are going to see now the next phase, which is called as ovulatory phase. Remember that it is the shortest phase of cycle and it takes place usually on 14th day of the cycle. Remember this shortest phase and taking place on 14th day of the cycle. We will see the changes in ovary, in uterine endometrium and hormonal changes. Inside the ovary, there is rupturing of Graafian follicle takes place and it results in release of ovum. In what stage? In secondary oocyte stage. What are the changes in uterine endometrium? This endometrium is well developed with uterine glands and blood vessels. And in hormonal changes, there is rapid secretion of LH. We will see diagrammatically. Now see this diagram. This middle line is for the ovulatory phase. We'll see endometrium, which is well developed with all glands and blood vessels. Here inside the ovary, this Graafian follicle ruptures and because of rupturing of Graafian follicle, this ovum, it is in the secondary oocyte stage, is released from the ovary into the abdominal cavity. You can see ovarian hormone level of estrogen is very high. This progesterone is also goes on increasing now, and inside the pituitary hormones, if you see the pituitary hormone, level of LH is very high, which is responsible for the ovulation. So LH and FSH both are in high level in the ovulatory phase. So under the influence of LH, this Graafian follicle ruptures and this oocyte, secondary oocyte, is released in abdominal cavity. Last phase is this secretory phase, also called as luteal phase. We are going to see the changes in endometrium here. This endometrium, it maintains its thickness. For what purpose? For the implantation of fertilized ovum. Implantation means what? Implantation is the process in which if this released ovum is get fertilized, will buried deep into the wall of endometrium for its further development. So in the endometrial lining, growth takes place with these endometrial glands and this network of blood vessel is also well developed. Now we'll see inside the ovary what happens. This released ovum, which is released in the secondary oocyte stage, if it is get fertilized, then these remaining cells of the Graafian follicle, they form this structure which is called as corpus luteum. This corpus luteum, it is a secondary endocrine source for the progesterone. So if ovum is fertilized, corpus luteum is formed which secrete progesterone. Under the control of progesterone, this endometrium, it maintains itself for the further process of development of the embryo. And second condition, if this ovum is not fertilized, Then corpus luteum degenerates to form corpus albicans. Once the corpus albicans is formed, level of progesterone falls down, and if the level of progesterone falls down, cycle will again restart with menses. So this menstrual phase will be followed by follicular phase, then there will be ovulatory phase, and there will be this phase of luteal phase or secretory phase will be there. So we'll see this changes in the luteal phase. This is the secretory phase, also called as luteal phase. You have to remember it is the longest phase of the cycle. It is of 14th day. It is of 14th day and lasts from 15th to 28th day of the cycle. We'll see the changes. What are the changes seen here? Changes in ovary, in uterine endometrium, and hormonal changes. As explained before, after ovulation, remaining cells of Graafian follicle forms corpus luteum, and this formation of corpus luteum is under the effect of LH. Then changes in uterine endometrium. Under the influence of hormone progesterone, estrogen and inhibin, endometrial glands grow, become coiled and start uterine secretion. It becomes more and more vascularized and thickens up to 8 to 10 millimeter. So in secretory phase, this endometrium is maximum thick, which is required for the process of implantation. What are the hormonal changes? See, corpus luteum secretes progesterone, estrogen and inhibin. If ovum is fertilized, corpus luteum persists and secretes progesterone. An embryo is implanted and secretion of human chorionic gonadotropin HCG starts. Function of HCG is to extend the life of corpus luteum. If fertilization is not there, in absence of fertilization, corpus luteum survive for 2 weeks and later on it degenerate into corpus albicans. What's the function of inhibin? It stops secretion of FSH. So there will be low level of FSH. There will be low level of progesterone because of degeneration of corpus luteum, and because of that there will be decrease in level of progesterone. So decrease in level of progesterone and FSH both, it is responsible for the menses again. That means the menstrual phase again. Okay, so this is for the menstrual cycle. Question of 5 marks, that means big question can be asked. Many more questions for 1 mark and MCQ can be framed on this. So this is all about menstrual cycle, one of the important part of the topic reproduction.